everybody, welcome back. This is Food, Wine, and Conversation, and we are the ladies from Food, Wine, and Conversation. I'm your girl, Marie, always ready to give you my opinion on matters, and it is just an opinion. It's not a law. I have my girl, Yumi.
Yumi here. Hi, guys.
And Lonnie. Yay.
So today we have another juicy bit of conversation that we're going to dig into. And what we do is we see what's going on in the world, and we kind of look at information and we want to kind of discuss it. So we discuss it with each other.
Yes.
And we want your feedback. So don't forget to leave comments, okay?
Subscribe.
Definitely
Hit that
subscribe.
bell notification.
Facts. And support us. Remember, like I always said, look, we are an independent production, so we love your support. And I know you guys love us, okay? We know you bringing you that stuff you want to hear. Nobody's having these conversations that we're having, so we know you love it. We know you love 8 at the table, so keep it coming. Love, subscribe, and comment. We love the feedback, whether it's negative or positive. We want it all.
And don't forget to like. If you watch a video, please like.
Yes, we see
Like
y'all.
and tell a friend.
We see y'all.
Yeah, send it to someone.
Like and tell a friend and share. Yes, share.
So guys, I was reading this article over the weekend, and I was reading the story about this girl. She's actually 22 years old.
Okay.
Her boyfriend is 32. They've been dating for about 2 years. Well, they've been boyfriend and girlfriend for about 2 years. And she's a college student. He is,
He's already established.
He's established. He works. He makes over $200,000 a year. And she's not employed. She's a college student. And she, lives with her parents, how it usually is.
Right.
She's 22 years old. So the boy, he's moving to another state. They offered him a job, $500,000 a year.
Okay.
And he asked her to move with him, which is like great. She's like, yes, okay, I'm moving. She's like, I could go to school there. Everything will be great. But the issue is that he asked her, can you pay half of the bills? And for her, half of the bills will be about $2,500. And, according to the situation, she's saying that he thinks that her parents could support her during that time, which is probably the agreement that she has with her parents. But he is asking her to move out of state.
Right.
And I get it, but at the same time, it's like, why should she have to pay half of the bills when he is asking her? He's making way more money. Like, should he pay the bills, or should she contribute?
Is he wrong? You're saying, is he wrong?
Is he wrong? Like, is he wrong?
He's definitely wrong for that.
Why?
Like, she's a student. She's going to apply for law school or something, I read.
Okay.
Yeah.
Grad school, right? So she's not working. Whether it's not her money, it's her parents' money.
That's true.
You know what I'm saying? It's not her money.
Wait, I'd be mad.
Parents.
Well, she did say they're not well off either. It's not like they're wealthy.
Not well off,
but they can support her.
They can support her,
can.
right? But you making $500, you mean to tell me you can't just be like, all right, you could support, do the grocery, take care of the house, I'll pay the bills.
Right.
Like, come on now. He's reaching. He's reaching.
First of all,
come on.
For me,
I don't know.
What do you think, Yumi?
Me?
I mean, Marie.
Yo, I don't know. Like, for me, it just oozes a certain personality type that I stay away from. You see what I'm saying? Look, I'm not saying, okay, you making, so let's say if her half is $2,500, which means the total bills are $5,000.
$5,000.
Okay, you're making $500,000 a year, and she is not established. You're 10 years older than her.
10 years older.
She's 22, you're 32, so you've been around the block a little bit. You know what I mean? And you're choosing to date someone 10 years younger than you who's just graduating college, who's trying to get into grad school.
Right.
And we don't know what her college bills are and everything like that. Like, dude, what are you doing? Like, why are you asking her, one, to move out of state, and 2, to pay half the bills?
Half of the bills.
Yeah. And
Like, to me, whether it's a man or a woman, we all know these people. They are the person that when the bill comes, they say, I had a water and a crouton. I don't want to go out with you.
Those are the
Respectfully.
people.
Respectfully, I hate those people.
Respectfully.
I
I'm
don't
good.
respect them. They don't come out with
Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, oh no, I just had a water and 2 croutons, so can you just separate my bill, please? We all know these people. Like, dude, girl, run. Do not do it. Do not move across the country with somebody. And I'm not one to say, like, she's not saying, oh, I'm looking for a man to take care of me. That's not what she's saying. She's basically saying, I'm just graduating. I'm getting my feet together, and I'm trying to go to grad school. I've been to grad school a few times.
I need support. I need somebody to support me.
You know what I'm saying? Like, you need all the support that you can get when you're in grad school. And one of them is not worrying about
paying a $2,500 a month
to my parents. Your parents already paid for your college, so now they got to shell out another $2,500 a month, in addition to probably paying for grad school for you. Because this dude, don't do it. Don't do it. Because it starts off with that, and then tomorrow it's another nonsense.
But I just want to know how they got to this point, because I feel like, okay,
were there red flags?
We're here. Like, when did you have the conversation about bills and stuff like that? Like, I think that, like, and this is where I always say that there has to be a lot of communication, because it's like, you have to just say, like, what is happening throughout the relationship? Like, are you going out to eat and you're paying?
Are we splitting the bills? Are we splitting the bills?
Okay, she's a college student, but now, it's maybe she didn't see it, because apparently the way that she worded it, it didn't look like she was concerned. She's actually just asking, what do you guys think? Because my family's saying it doesn't make sense.
Right.
So she doesn't even have an idea. So what's happening while you guys are having just a relationship?
She's 22.
But it's like, come on, there has to be communication.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, listen, we're going to move. Don't wait until now we're moving and we're moving across straight. Now I want you to pay. Like, have some I think we need to, like, have better communication when we're in, like, relationships.
Don't do it.
Because you're 2 years in. Like, damn, you wasted 2 years. Now you're going to have to leave this dude.
Maybe.
Now every time you go out to eat, y'all going to have to split the bills.
On my end, don't do it. You're moving out of state. You're going to be isolated. You're going to be away from your family. That, like, to me, is a red flag.
Yeah, you don't want to do that, especially when you're away from people that support you. God forbid something happens in the relationship. What if you don't have, like, I don't know what could happen. I just don't think it's a good idea at all.
A lot could happen.
Girl, run.
Yeah, don't do it.
Run far away from him.
It's like we have to start having conversations about how we're going to be paying for bills and how we're going to be, like, managing expenses when we are in a relationship. So I have one question. When should you start having those type of conversations?
Finance conversations when you're in when you're kind of getting into a serious relationship.
Yeah. Well, I guess. Go ahead.
I feel like if you are of a certain age and you know what you want, that you've made the decision that, okay, I'm ready for the next phase. So this is not about me just dating. I'm not just dating anymore. Now I'm dating with an intention, whether that's for a long-term commitment or whether that's for marriage. So I think once you get into the 6 month to a year period of your relationship, then you guys need to have a discussion about finance, because you need to know, what does his finances look like and what does yours look like.
Right.
And I know people often talk about just credit score, or the FICO score, but talking about your finances goes so way beyond just a FICO score. You really need to understand the person's spending habit. You need to understand how a person's able to invest. You need to understand, does the person understand the concept of investment? It's not just about saving. Saving is important, right? It is important. But money that just sits there is money that just sits there.
Yeah.
Right.
And then you need to kind of figure out, what are your goals? What do you want? Not everybody wants the white picket fence. Some people don't want the responsibility of a home and everything that comes into it. Someone wants to stay in a condo. Where are we going to live? Are we going to live in an apartment? Are we going to live in a condo? Do I want a second home? How often are we going to vacation? How often are we going to eat out? Do we want to have children? And, like, what is that going to cost us? It's like such an in-depth conversation that people have.
Yeah.
And I know people like to dance around FICO scores. And
it's not about
credit is way beyond. I know people who have high FICO scores but are heavy in debt.
Or people that have high FICO score and have no debt.
Right.
Which is, it's actually the same thing. It's not helpful.
Right. So you have no credit history, right? And so it's like, how are you handling money? There was an interesting thing that a couple, they were kind of going, like, I'm thinking of kind of divorcing them, because he felt it was deceit because they got married, right? And 6 months into the marriage, he found out about all this debt that she had.
Yes.
He didn't know before they got married that she kept it from him, by the way. So that's kind of a little deceptive. And it wasn't until a few months after they got married, he's like, yo,
But is that a deal breaker though?
I mean, well, I don't know. You're already married, so I don't know.
married.
But she wasn't forthcoming to say,
think-
like, I'm $250,000 in debt.
Yeah,
And if he's
but-
a person that has plans and is like, you know, because in a
But
relationship, you're gonna have somebody who might be the planner. You might have somebody
Yeah,
who's the
but
financial
is it a deal
person.
breaker to, you know, get a divorce because of that?
Yes,
I'm
I
not
think-
saying it's
I-
a deal breaker. I think it's the
A
deception
lot of
part.
people get divorced because of finances, because
Yeah.
that brings other stresses into the relationship. Like, we can have a great relationship, and when things start falling apart, it's like we could have a good year until I start finding out that now we were good with our bills,
Right.
but you haven't paid these bills for a whole year, and now we're like stuck and we're behind.
Yeah,
I think
but
that
that's
it could be a deal breaker.
communication. I mean, yeah, but that comes with communication.
But I think in this case,
I don't think you should get.
I think
If
it's
you're
the
not
deception.
having the I do agree with that, but I think you don't. You should have these conversations. I do think. Okay, at the 6 month mark,
Yeah.
because I think that's when you start getting serious. But I think that you should have little conversations before that, leading up to the big conversation,
Right.
because you're not going to be able to have this whole conversation in one day.
no, you're not.
It's going to
over
take time.
It's over
but
time.
you know, it's like.
But how would that look for somebody right now who is like 4 months, 5 months in, and they kind of see like this can go long ways, right? And they don't want to be like, what are your finances like? Like, how do you kind of approach the situation with somebody that you're dating?
It's like, okay, hey, okay, now we're getting serious. Like,
but he's like, I know I was getting serious with you, girl.
Okay, then
We've been together 4 months.
Then the conversation stopped right there. Like, oh, we're not getting serious? So what are we doing?
Okay, but I'm just saying,
What are we doing? Like, I need to know what we're doing right now.
Then he's like, girl, bye.
Okay,
Like,
then-
don't be stressing me. Don't be putting no pressure on me.
I was just trying to have.
What are we doing?
I was just trying to eat this dinner. Shit, I might not be able to pay for this either.
You right? He's like, why you stressing me?
I was having a hard time. I'm waiting for my boy to cash at me so I can pay the bill. And you here talking about
He's
finances?
like, nah, son,
It's not
you
happening.
putting too much pressure on me.
And
That's
now
what
we
it
that's
is.
not
we
the
don't have to.
person
I'm gonna have to go wait for the next girl. Wait
then-
another 4 months.
Then that's not the person for you. Like, the person would be like, all
I
right,
don't
you know what?
if that's not necessarily the person for you. I think, okay,
Why off the bat you gonna say,
oh my God, people,
No.
no, because people always say communication, but I don't think people understand how you communicate is
Okay,
just as important.
maybe.
So
All right,
you
this is
gotta
not the right
approach it.
time to talk
No.
about.
This is what I think. I think that when you're having, like, let's say 4 months, right?
Mm-hmm.
You're having dinner, and
Right.
hey, listen, I noticed that, you were kind of hesitant picking up the bill. Is there a problem?
That's how you would bring it up.
I don't know. I don't know how I will bring it up.
You have to know already the fourth 6 months, okay?
Mm-hmm.
You're dating someone. Do the person have a secure job?
Right.
Are they working a 9 to 5? Or do they own their own business? Like, you yourself, do you have a 9 to 5? Or do you own your own business? Is money coming in? Like, where are the finances are coming from? Like, when you guys going out to eat, who's paying?
Right.
You know what I'm saying? That starts there.
Yeah,
You
facts.
have a clue of, okay, you could be with this person because this person is stable.
Right, 'cause
this
you-
person has a 9 to 5, or this person owns a construction company. He's making his own money.
Right.
You know? But when you don't have a clue what he's doing,
No.
like,
No, but that's not what you said. You said you directly just saying, dude, what's up with them finances at 4
no,
months?
I'm not.
Like, what's up? Let me see your profit and loss statement.
No. I didn't say that. But all I'm saying is, okay, like, you out to dinner. All right, we dating for 4 months.
You getting the vibe.
You getting the vibe. All right, you bring the conversation. Like, do you see yourself with me for another year or two?
So
It starts like that.
I have one question.
Like, do you see yourself with me a year or two?
So if you
Just a year or two.
Like, do you see yourself 5 years?
do you see yourself pursuing a relationship with me?
Yeah.
Right.
Like, I think
It
that's
has
how
to
she bring it
start
up,
like
because
that.
I think that, so maybe this is the way that it should be said, right? Do you see yourself pursuing a relationship with me? And I just want to know, like, how do we move forward from here? You know, I want to know, like, what are we doing? And then I guess the conversation would go from there.
And you asked that like around the 4-month mark?
I think it should start there because I think that once you're in 6 months, like, you're together.
Are we?
I think it should start around like 6 to a year mark.
Yeah, I'm more.
But those conversations are not like, you got to understand, I think when you give somebody 6 months of your life, you give them a lot of time.
It's not a lot.
I'm saying it's a lot of time.
It's not a lot. It's not a lot of time. Like, it's enough time for you to know exactly where you stand with the person.
6 months is a long time. Some people out here just wasting people's time. They like to do that.
That's
so
true.
The thing is, I don't want to give you my time if you're just wasting it. If you're just trying to take my time, because remember,
So you think
there are benefits
4 months.
to be in a relationship. There are benefits too. So I might have more benefit than you have, or you might have more benefit to me than I have for you, right?
Mm-hmm.
So some people, I think that people are out here just looking for situations so they can waste somebody's time and they can just absolve the benefits.
Like with no intentions of
I think some people do that. Some people don't have an intention to be in a relationship.
Right. No, I think there are people who definitely want you but don't want to be just committed to you. They want to be like able to kind of have you and have other people.
And not even that. Right. They might not want to be with you, period. They just want to take what you can give them and move on to the next situation in 6 months. You know what I'm saying?
No, I don't.
Think you should have this conversation around 4 months?
I said you would have small conversations. You know what I'm saying? Because you're getting to know the person. I think that between that time period, you're getting to know someone. That's when you know. Now, at 6 months, if I know that I want to be in a relationship, I don't think that you know really if you want to be in a relationship with someone until you have like certain conversations.
No, for sure.
You know what I'm saying? So these conversations come within this 6 month period. You know what I'm saying? In that 6 month, okay, so are we pursuing a relationship?
Right.
Like, what are we doing? Are we together? Are we not together? Are we seeing other people? And then you make your choice. If you're seeing other people, I'm not seeing other people. So we going to have to not see each other until I find my next person or whoever. But I just, I don't know. It's hard to have these conversations because it's like...
That's what I was going to say. I think in theory, everything sounds great, right? Everything sounds great when we're talking about it.
Oh, what's your FICO score?
Yeah, but when you're in the situation, when you're on that date, especially when you really like the person and you see the future with them, it's not everybody is upfront. Not every, I think sometimes when you're a person that's assertive, when you're a person that is like, says exactly what's on your mind, your expectation is everybody else is like that. And some people are very private. Right. And some people are very uncomfortable. So you're sitting there on this date and depending on your person.
4 months, you're uncomfortable to talk about finance?
I'm not saying, listen, I know we keep saying 4 months like it's like this amazing length of time, but it really isn't this really amazing length of time. In the 4 months, you're still really getting to know the person. You really are. Because sometimes 2 years into the relationship, and actually, if you're a person that's constantly growing and evolving and you're in a relationship, a marriage, you're always learning your partner.
Yeah.
You really are. So imagine you're with someone 20 years and you're still learning your partner. Imagine where you were 4 months into your relationship.
Right.
It's the infancy of a relationship. So what would you expect a 4-month-old to walk? No, you wouldn't. You're in the infancy.
If I'm walking, why are you not walking?
At 4 months, girl?
I'm saying, I just think that, Marie, and I think we had this conversation before where you said, and I get what you mean, don't expect you from someone else, right?
Yes,
and I get that. But at the same time, if I'm giving you, like, if I'm being transparent with you, I would expect you to be transparent with me.
See, honesty is a different kind of a thing. Honesty, it should be expected all across the board, right? So if a person's not being honest, there's something going on. There's some other stuff there, right? That's kind of like, it's understood. However, I think like some people are extroverted, some people are introverted, right? So if it's kind of saying like, I'm an extrovert, I expect you to be an extrovert. You're like, well, no, I'm not. I'm more reserved and I'm more calm. And I get it. You like to party and you like to hang out and have a good time and you love being around people. And that's cool. And I enjoy being around people. However, I also enjoy being by myself and enjoy time with myself. I don't mind being home. I don't mind staying home. I could stay home. The pandemic, the shutdown was a beautiful process. You know what I'm saying? So, and you're like, oh my God, no, I thought I was going to die. You can't always expect you from other people.
Right.
We have to meet people where they are. You know what I mean? When we expect us from someone else, we want someone to kind of mold into who we are. And it's for our own comfort because you don't want to be uncomfortable.
So let me ask you a question. How do you have conversations with someone that is not as, what is it called?
Extroverted or forthcoming?
Forthcoming, right?
Okay.
How do you have those conversations?
Okay,
Because eventually you're going to have them.
No, you gonna have the conversations. Like, you can't be with a mute because that's a one-sided relationship, right? Like, you can't be with somebody that doesn't communicate back with you. So I think you have to get to know the person, and that's the piece I'm trying to say. When you get to know someone, you get to understand their communication style. And we're not perfect, right? We all have room to grow. And we all don't know how to communicate well. We all didn't grow up in households where it was modeled to us healthy communication styles. Right? And so some of the stuff is we had to learn it. We either had to learn it the hard way or we kind of had to be like, okay, like I've been doing this for like 15 years and it's not working. So I got to figure something out.
15 years is a long time.
But you don't know.
Year one.
No, I'm not talking about relationships.
Oh, okay.
I'm talking about like you doing life. Like, you're not anywhere you want to be. Your life is not working out. Like, you have to make a decision.
So how do you start having the conversation where, so now we're not at 6 months because now we're having a conversation like we want to buy a house. Okay, how do we save to buy a house? How do we save for investment? How do we save for the future? Right. Or how do you have those financial,
I don't know with these inflation prices. I don't even know. I'm getting home with these gas prices today.
We might have to walk home.
We might have to walk home.
Facts, yo. Them gas prices are crazy.
I woke up, the gas was, the day before was $3.95. The next day it was $4.50.
These gas prices are serious.
I almost left the car at the gas station. It's like, shit. I'm gonna have to come back on Friday when I get paid.
Was it like that's gonna be 103? You was like, sir, I'll be right back. I'm going into the Wawa and just dip out.
Leave the car right there.
We're getting sidetracked.
Since we're talking about inflation, because and I'm sorry, I know my last question was totally different. How do you have those conversations? Somebody that was okay with going out and doing this here and there.
Oh.
How do you have conversations about like, listen, now we might not be able to go out as much.
You're talking about like if you're dating the person?
Yes, like if you're dating someone and you're used to going out, you're going to nice restaurants, you're doing this, you're going out for drinks. And now it's like now things are different. Because it's like
you gotta have it. You gotta have the conversation. Like whether they like it or not, like it's happening.
Don't get caught slipping because you've been
for real.
You know what I mean? Don't get caught slipping because you tight about wanting to keep flexing. And
I see all this going out every weekend.
The reserve is going down.
And you out here going everywhere, don't do it because you're gonna need that money in a couple months. Because it'd be like.
And then the wells dry. Yeah, I think it's the same thing.
Like, what do you guys think about like how everything is going with inflation and like dating? How do you handle that? Like, how do you handle it? Okay, now, we're going to restaurants, we're drinking, we're eating, we're having a great time. But now things are getting more expensive. Now every time we go to this restaurant, the last time we went here, it was like $150, now it's $200. I think when you have it, you feel like you want to bless other people.
Be conscious, okay? Like
be
I said, don't get caught slipping because you want to flex in front.
Right.
You have to preserve yourself, your household, and your family. I think it's so important for you to be aware and conscious of what's going on in the world around you. A gallon of milk is $6. Gas is off the roof. Everything is so high right now. And so what you are spending $100 yesterday, you're going to likely be spending $250 today.
So how do you have that conversation with, let's say you're not married, you have a boyfriend that you don't live together.
You not exactly.
I get it. You're
like
not
it's
blind.
right in front of you. When you go to the grocery store.
We talk about this all the time. Girls are out here looking for a man to take care of them. So you're taking care of me, but now it's like, damn, I'm gonna have to.
Now
what
the
do
guy.
you do? You gotta move into a storage unit.
Like,
Them things expensive.
nobody's blind. Like, you see the prices. You see when you go to the grocery store how much things cost. Like, somebody's gonna have that conversation.
I don't know. I feel like sometimes people are a little selfish. I feel like they only really be worrying about themselves. So if you have a situation when one person is taking care of one other person, that person's going to be like, I don't care what you have to do. Just keep taking care of me. They're not going to be like, oh, I'm concerned about your well-being. I'm concerned that you're overstretching yourself and your finances. As long as you take care of me, as long as you make sure my rent is paid and my stuff is good, I really don't care what's happening with you.
But
so
when
I
he
think
can't
it's
do it anymore, Marie.
I understand that. I think it's up to the person, and I'm speaking to that person. It's up to you or whoever handles your finances in your household to do what is best for you and your family. So if that means we used to go out 4 times a month, or we used to go out 5 times a month. Look, we're going to go out 1 time a month. My whole point is it's about cutting back. It's not completely stopping the things you love. Look, this is not the apocalypse. What I'm saying is that God forbid, all I'm saying is be conscious and be aware. If you are the person that handles the finances, if it is your finances, if you are the person that is responsible for others, then this is not about like you protecting your pride or whatever. It's about you being like, yo, it's real out here, and you're going to have that conversation. Yeah. If you used to take care of her and pay her apartment, sis, you got to get a job.
Right.
You gotta
You got to get a job.
And I think that, and also depending, because I might want to buy a house, and that might not be what you want.
Facts, yeah. That's definitely a conversation.
I might want to save my money, and you don't think that that's a thing. You want to put your money under the mattress or whatever.
All out of control.
I mean, that's a conversation somebody's going to have, because if you want to buy a house, like, you're going to have that conversation with him.
So I think, I just think that we need to learn how to,
communicate.
And I think that that's the main, that's the start, right?
Right.
Having conversations and feeling comfortable with the person. If you don't feel comfortable with someone to have simple conversations, then you're going to have a hard time to have these hard conversations where it's going to be so important for the rest of your life. Right. It's going to make or break your future. So it's have the conversation, talk to your partner. You're going to have to discuss credit. You're going to have to discuss money, savings, plans for the future. These are all things that you're going to, goals, things that you're going to want to discuss.
Spending habits.
And
the thing is, this is something that is often done outside of our community. And you know what I mean? I feel like, I'm not trying to say that it's only done. We know plenty of people within our community that does it. But I think we need to normalize having these conversations. We need to normalize these goals, right? We need to normalize having life insurance so that when, God forbid, you pass away, that you're not leaving a burden to your children and people that you love. We need to normalize these conversations because we need to move away from the survival mentality, the struggle mentality. It's possible for us to do that. So yes, although we didn't, we're not digging into the how-tos, but it's a start. This is the information era, and Google's your friend. Start Googling some stuff.
So girls, I just want to tell you guys this, because I've been getting some phone calls already. Some of my girls yo, he cut me off. He was paying the whole rent. He said he only gonna give me 75%. You're lucky that he ain't cut you all the way off. Okay, and let me tell you, within the next couple months, he might bring it down to 50% if he didn't cut you off completely. So, you got to start being conscious of that. That is happening. Milk is up. Milk prices are up. Gas is up. Rent is going up. It's happening. Okay?
It's happening, guys.
We weren't expecting this when it happened back in 2007, 2009. We weren't expecting it, and it caught us. It hit us hard.
Facts.
You know what I'm saying?
Be conscious.
Now is the time to make sure that you make conscious decisions with what you're doing. Be nicer to that guy.
With how you're spending.
You're understanding that, he got bills too. He can't just take care of, get a little job. You know what I'm saying? So you can afford your rent and all those bills, and you could get some purses by yourself. You could fly yourself out. You might have to stay home. This summer, you might have to stay home.
Don't get caught slipping doing the most, trying to flex. You see what I'm saying? Don't get caught slipping by the gas man. You come home, all the lights and all the gas is off. You know why? Because they come in to collect. You're out here flexing, overextending yourself to make sure that you keep a facade going. Don't do it. And like Lonnie said, 08, 09, we were there.
We were there.
We're survivors. So I'm trying to tell you.
True survivors.
Facts. Don't get caught slipping, trying to do the most, trying to make sure,
Trying to look good.
Shorty, don't worry, I'm good. You know what she's going to be like? The gas is off. What's happening?
What's happening right
now? Reality is happening. That's what's happening. So be conscious of what's happening.
For real, be conscious. This is not funny. This is serious.
It is serious, but
just
still.
be conscious.
Y'all make it funny though.
Don't do the most. If y'all could cut back on going out 5 times a week, do it, because inflation is real.
Yeah.
You guys, in all seriousness, we know we joke around and we're making light of it. And the reality is we care about you guys. That's the truth.
Right.
Sometimes we might come off kind of, maybe it sounds judgmental. It's really not. We really care about our community. We want our community to get stronger. We want our community to be aware of these things. All I'm saying is sometimes it does feel like our community is catching up. And instead of fronting, we really need to have these conversations. So believe us when we say we are coming with you with nothing but pure love, and we want you to be successful. So it's all love.
Guys, and if you still got a little money left from that loan, save it.
Save that
You're going to
shit.
need it. Okay? Because summer's coming.
Yes.
All right, you guys. Again, you guys, always a good time. We really, like I said, we love and appreciate everything that you guys, the feedback, the comments. Keep giving us the love. We want to
love the
continue.
comments.
We do. We want to continue to grow.
Love the comments.
We want to kind of bring you new content. If you have something you want us to discuss, please go ahead. Or if you have a question that you want to kind of go and throw at us, we're not just talking. Like I said in the past, Lonnie is finance, I have a background in marriage and family. Yumi's a business owner. So you do have a wealth of information that we're not just talking. We want to give you good information.
Right.
So love, like, subscribe, share, and keep everything coming.
And keep commenting. We love to read those comments. Even y'all be hating a little bit. We like those too.
It's all love.
It's all love.
It's okay.
We love you. I'm gonna send love your way.
Yes.
Marie sends the love.
Please, guys, stay safe.
Until next time.
Love.
New episode every Tuesday.